Hey everyone, welcome to this new video. So far, what are the things we have done in the last sessions? So we have made the models.py, we have created the routes.py, and we have created some of the routes for our application. So one is for the admin home. So one is for the home page. The second one is for the login. Then we have here register page, and then after we are having our admin dashboard, and after that we are having our ad course, and these are the CRUD operations for admin. So these are the some CRUD operations which admin will gonna to perform. So this includes add course, edit course, and delete course. So these are the CRUD operations that an admin perform for a course section. Then what else we are having is a user dashboard. So user can see what all the courses an admin have created, that all courses will be shown to the user. Okay, so we have seen these all things so far. Now, what else we are going to do? So now what else we have? So then we have created the templates for the same. So we have created the templates for ad course. Then we have created the admin dashboard navbar. So here we have a admin dashboard navbar. Then rest we have here admin.html. So for admin we have two templates, one for the neighbor, second one for the content part, and content is extended from the neighbor part. So here we have extend that content part of an admin.html from admin neighbor. So admin dashboard contains the admin neighbor. Then we have here edit course. So we have a form for edit course also, and this also just extension of your admin navbar. Similarly, we have here home.html. So home.html contains the home page for an HTML section. Then we have here login.html, and login.html contains the login page, so form for login. Then we have here register.html. It's similar to that of your login.html. User dashboard is also same for admin dashboard. Only few things will be changed here. Then we have here user.html, which contains the course card for a particular courses in a user dashboard. So this is extension of your user dashboard which contains the name bar of a user. Okay, so now let's check what else. So let me just see this site is working or not. So we are going to deploy this, and we are going to see that is it working fine or not. So I will write here python app.py, and then after our server will be start, and we'll get one link from when we'll deploy the course. So we'll get one link. We can just follow this link and see is it working fine or not. So I'll click on it. And when I click on it, then we'll be back to the home page here. So you can see this is our home page, and this comes into the center because we have made some changes in our home.html. So if you go to the home.html, I write some style part into it. So I write here style is equals to text align, and that will be come into the center. So that's why this home page is coming into the center. So that we have done. And then we have two buttons here. So let me click on the login button. So I will click on the login button, and when I give the credentials of admin, so I'll write here 1 2 3 4, and when I click on the submit, then we can see here what all courses are there. That all courses will be shown here along with that edit button and delete button, and then we have a add button also. So let me just create right here add button, and then after I will write here let me just create one courses here. So I will write here 3, and then after, so we have stats 1, English 1. So let me write here maths 1, and we can write here maths 1, and then after we can write here maths 1 course. So we'll write here maths 1 course, and then we can submit it. So when we click on the submit, then Maths 1 course card will appear here. Along with that, edit button and delete button. Okay, so let me just click on the edit button. So if I click on the edit button, and let's instead of stats 1, make it English 1. So if I write here English 1, and then after we can just give here English 1. So he'll write here English 1 course, and when we click on submit, so we can see here two English 1 buttons are there. So let me just delete one. So if I delete one, so that button will be deleted. So you can see that add button, edit button, and delete button, everything is working. So let me just create that again. So we'll write here two, and now instead of English 1, we write here stats 1. So we can write here stats 1, and similarly here we'll just remove it, and we can write here stats 1 course. So we'll write here stats 1 course, and then we can submit it, and now you can see that stats 1 course appears here. Okay, so that is the part, you can check it, and that all come into the IDs. Either if I just in the in the increment form of ID, so like this is one is 1, and this one is 2, and this one is having a ID number 3. So far we can see that all the courses we have created there, that all courses are working fine. So if I back to this login page again, and we click on the login, and now if we give the user credentials, so let me just give the user credentials and submit it. So we can see there what the use like what are the courses are there, that all courses are shown into the user dashboard. Okay, so far we have done these all things only. So now let me just go back to the code, and yeah, now we will implement here a few more things. Before that, let me just want to share something here. So if you will go to the models.py, and you will check what are the tables we are here, and how these tables are working. So we are having a course table is connected with chapter table, then chapter table is connected with a question table, like a quiz table, and quiz table is having a access of questions, and then after these things are working. So it's a long process. So making our project more compact and simplified, what we are going to do is we are going to connect this course table directly with the question table. Okay, and rest part, this quiz part and chapter part, that will be deleted from the between, because they do not have anything, they are just for connections only. So course is connected with chapter, and then chapter is connected with quiz, and then quiz is connected to the question. So that is what the process was there. And now I just wish to remove this chapter and quiz part from in between, and we will have direct connection between the course and questions, and the user can see the particular course, and from there the user can see the questions. So that is what the direct connection I wish to make, and I want to comment it out, these two tables from here. So what I will do is I will comment out these two tables. So let me just give you a little bit more knowledge about it. So what I want to do is, so let me write here paint. So we are having a paint open here. So far what we want to do is, and what actually we have, so this is our admin dashboard. Okay, and in the in there, so we are having this is our admin dashboard, and in the admin dashboard we have course cards. So like this we have course cards in the admin dashboard, right? Now what happened, so now in that model what happened, we'll be having this course card. Under this course card, what are the things we are going to have? We have a chapter. So like in the course cards we are going to have a chapter, so that all chapters will be written like this. Okay, and then after what happened, then after we'll be having another dashboard name as quiz dashboard, and this quiz dashboard will contain this particular chapter here. So it will be having a particular chapters only. Okay, and then after what happened, then after in this particular chapter we are going to add a question in it. So we are going to add some of the questions into it, right? So this was the format, and now what we are going to do is we are going to make it more compact, and instead of having the chapters here, we are going to have questions. So let me just write here. So basically this is the dashboard, and uh, this particular card is about the course. So this is a course card. Okay, so this particular card is course card, and it contains the chapters. So we'll write here chapters. So it will contain the chapters here. So I will write here chapters. So basically this is the chapter. So let me just copy this and paste it here only. So this is a chapter. So we'll just copy it and we'll paste it here. So here, let me just paste it. Okay, and so these all are the chapters actually. So let me make, I have made for the first one, and you can understand that everything is similar to that of. So this is actually a course card, and this will contain the chapters. Now here what happened? So this is another dashboard named as quiz dashboard. So it is admin dashboard. So let me write here. So we have here, this is admin dashboard, and this admin dashboard actually, yeah, this admin dashboard actually contains the course card. And now here we have another one named as quiz dashboard. So it will be another dashboard, and it will be having our chapter. So these cards which you can see here, these are nothing but chapters. So I will just write here, these are the chapters. And then after what happened, chapters contains the questions. So this is what the format. And what I was going to do is I'm making it more compact it, and like these are quite overloaded. So for that, what I gonna to do is I'm just making it more compact format of this. So let me just copy this questions, and I will paste it into the, I will copy it and I will paste it here. So you can write here questions. So these are the this is the actual like format was there. But what we are going to do is we are going to remove this quiz dashboard as a whole. So I'm going to use here for paint one, I'm going to use this eraser. And actually what we wish to do is we want to just remove this quiz dashboard from here, and instead of a chapter 1, I want to have here. So what I want to have, I just, instead of a chapter 1, I just wish to have a questions here. So I'm going to I just wish to remove this chapters from here and write here question. So I will remove this chapters from here and write here questions. So I will write here questions. Okay. So instead of chapters, we are going to have a question. So it's a direct access. You do not need to give to another, do not need to go to the another one and then after just write those all things. So we can just write into the simplified one. So we'll write here questions. Okay, directly. So this is what I'm gonna to do, and I will remove this chapter and quiz part. So for that, what are the changes you need to make is you need to just comment it out, this chapter and quiz table, and then after we need to give the connection of this questions to directly to the courses, instead of, so like firstly it was course can have access the chapters, and then chapter have access of quiz, and then quiz have access of questions. But now what we are going to do is we are going to give direct access of a question to the chapter. So we'll write here, instead of chapters we can write here questions. So we'll write here questions, and that we will make the relationship with the question table. So we'll write here question, sorry, question, yeah, question. And then other things will be same. And now similarly here also, so we make the connection of a question with quiz id. Now we'll make the connection with course id. So we'll write here course id, and there we'll give here, instead of quiz.id we will write here course.id. Okay, and rest other things will be same. So rest, yeah. And also here in this course one, in this course table we have a quiz ID. So actually ID is not there, so that's why we need to remove it. And now my database is ready. So what I am going to do is I'm going to just close this one and close the terminal also. So the terminal is already closed. So let me just delete the instance folder because our database has been updated. So I have made the updation in the model.py. So I need to just remove this instance folder, and then after I need to write here again python app.py. And when I write the python app.py again, the new database will be created and it have new things. So like if I go to the open anyway and write here SQLite3 editor, so you can see now what are the tables we have. We are left with only four tables. So we have course, question, scores, and user. So these all four tables will be there only. Okay, now we'll have other things also. So let's check the other things now. So what I need to have here, so we need to just write some routes for the adding a question, editing questions, and these all things. And we also need to implement admin.html also on the basis of this. So what we need to write here is, so actually we have here question like this, all models we all are having it. So what we are going to do, we are going to go to the route section, and now we need to implement here add questions. Yeah, add questions and these all routes. So we will write here at the rate app dot route, and then after we'll give here add question, and then again we will give here course id, because course id is taken into the database, so that's why we need to take into the routes parameter. And then what else we want here, we need here email. Okay, and then after what we will do, we'll define the methods we can use. So we have two methods defined. So first one is the get method and second one is the post method. So we'll write here get, and then after we'll write here post. These are the two methods which we have. And then we have here definition for defining a function name as add question. So we'll define one function name as add question, and then after this add question will take the two parameters. One is the course id and the second one is the email. So we'll write here course id and the second one is the email. Then what happens, then we come here again and we will define those two routes, those two methods. So first one is the post method we are going to define, and then get method. So we'll write here if request dot method is equals to, and then firstly we'll define the method. So we have defined the method. So the first method we are going to take is the post method, and then after in post methods what are the things we need to take. So we'll go to the model section and we'll check what are the things we need to take here. So the first one is id, the second one is title, then question statement, and these all things. So we need to write here id, and then we need to take here another one is title and then question statement. So we'll write here title, then we have here question statement, and then we have here options, right? So we'll write here option one, and let me just copy this and paste it everywhere. So we'll write here option 2, option 3, and then option 4, right? Now what else we need here, so we'll just request it. So we'll write here request dot form dot get, and then after we need to take, so this is a question id, so I will mention it about the question and then id. Similarly I will take other things also. So we'll write here title is equals to request dot form dot get, and then after we require here title, and similarly we need to write here question statement, so we'll write here request dot form dot get, and then after we'll write here question statement, so it is question statement, and then after we have options, so we'll write here request dot form dot get, and then after option 1, and similarly option 2 also, so we'll write here request dot form dot get, and then after we need to give here option 2, and now the other options also the same way, so we'll write here request dot form dot get, and then we need to write here option 3, and similarly option 4 also, so we'll write here request dot form dot get option 4, so we'll write here option 4. Okay, so these are the things we need to take from the user. So we have mentioned what are the things here: id, title, question statement, option 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so these are the things here, and then after what we need to do is we need to map our correct option with these options. So what are the options given here? We need to just map our correct option with it, and see that how we can just create the that add question for a particular question. So what we need here, we will just write here correct option and key, correct option key, and that will be our will that will take it from the user. So we'll write here request form dot get, and then after what we will write here correct option from the user. So this we just write that admin will write here correct option, what the correct option is here, and then what we will do, we'll just map our correct option with the options given here. So we'll write here correct option, and instead of key we write here mapping. So we'll write here mapping, correct option mapping, and we are going to map our options which are given there. So we'll just map our each options like option 1, 2, 3, 4, which is given there in the drop down box with these options. So let me just map it. So what we will write here, we'll write here option 1, so we'll just paste it option 1, and that too with option 1, and then similarly we'll map option 2, so we'll write here option 2, and then after map with the option 2, and similarly we'll have here option 3, and that's so we need to map with option 3 only. So we'll write here option 3, and then after we'll write here option 4, so we'll write here option 4, and that too we need to map with option 4 only. Okay, so these are the mappings we need to done here, and then after what we will do, we'll create one variable name as correct option that will map our options, what the options given here, with the correct option key. Okay, so that we will do with the correct option only, so we'll write here correct option, and then what we get with the correct option mapping, so we'll write here correct option mapping dot get, and then after what we get, that is the correct option key only, right, which the admin will give, and that will be stored here. Okay, then what next we are going to do, we'll create new question. So we'll write here new question, you can write here like this, new question, and then after we'll add this particular question in our question table. So we'll write here question, and then after we will give that id will be equals to that id will be equals to the id, and then title will be equals to the title, So we'll write title is equals to title, and then we have a question statement, and that's so equals to the question statement. And then we write here option 1 similarly, so option 1 is equals to the option 1, and option 2 is equals to the option 2, so we'll write here option 2. Then we have here option 3, which will be equals to the option 3, so we'll write here option 3. Then we'll write here option 4 is equals to the option 4. And then after we are left with one more extra thing, so what else we need to pass it here, this course id. So we'll write here course id is equals to course id. Okay, so that all things we need to pass here. And then after, what else you need to do, so you need to now add this into your database. So we'll write here db.session.add, and then after we'll add this variables, we'll write here new question, and then after we need to commit it, so we'll write here db.session.commit. So we'll write here commit, and then after this questions will be committed. Okay, so what else? Yeah, correct option. Along with that, we need to give the correct options also. So here we left with the correct option. We'll write here correct option is equals to the correct option. Okay, and yes, yes, we need to give the comma here. Yeah, and then after this will be committed. Okay, so what else now we need to do, will be return back to the admin dashboard. So we'll write here return redirect, and then we give here url for what, admin. And then after, what else we are going to do, we'll pass the email also. So we'll write here email is equals to email, right? And then after, this is for the post method. So far we have seen what happens if I use if admin want to add a question. If you want, admin want to render the particular question template only, then what we have to do, will be directly redirect ourselves to the, so sorry, we'll just render the admin.html template only. So we'll write here return render template, so that will be add question dot html, which we haven't created yet, but we will create it. And what the things we need to pass it here, so what are the things we have taken in the parameter, that all things we need to pass it here. So we have a course id, so that will be equals to the course id, then email, and that so equals to the email. So these all things we need here, and that all things we need to render here. So let me just quickly create this add question template. So we'll write here add question dot html, right? And now add question dot html will be created. And then after, what else we can do, so we'll just what we can do is, we'll just go to the add course, and let me just copy this. And then after, what we can do, we will just modify this. Okay, so we'll just copy this and paste it here. And what the modification we are need to do here is, we'll just write here add question. So you need to write here add question, and then after, along with the add question, you need to just give the course id also. So sorry, yeah, so here you need to give the course id. So you will write here course id, which is the parameter, so that we have given in the form section. Now here you need to write here add question. So you will write here add question, and other things will be quite similar. So let me just copy this, and I need to create some more extra things here. So what are the extra things? So for adding a question, if the first form will be our question of course id, so the I want the first form to be the course id, so we can see that which course we are just implementing. So for that, I just want the first box to be the course id, and also I have just taken this course id into my parameter, so it will not create problem also. And also we do not need to like just import it and all, so that all things will be sorted in one way. So what we can do is we can just write here course id. So this is a course id actually, so we can just make it course id. So we'll write here course id, and the other things will be same. So input type is number, form control, id, name, that all things will be same. Only the thing which I want to change it, I want to add it actually. So what I want to render the particular course id. So I will write here course id. And also I do not want anyone to change this course id, because if anyone will change the course id, then I need to go to the another course. So let's say if anyone change the course id, then it will be create a lot of mess and all. So what I want is, so that anyone can just only see it. So for that I can write here read only. So a lot of functions are there, you can check it out. So like this one is the read only. Then there is something called required, which also we are going to use in this like in this only. So I will check that how we can just give the required also. So read only do what, it will just let the user or whoever is implementing, it will just let only the user to read a particular form, or you can say whatever where you have just used it. Okay, and then what else we need to write here? So we need to write here question id. So here we will just write question id, and then after we are having here number, form control id is equals to number, and here we have mentioned the routes this as a question id, so that we can separate it out. So we'll just write here question id, so that will be question id. Okay, and rest will be same. Then we have here title. So yeah, we have here title. So the name will be changed with title. So we can write here title. Title. Let me just make the T capital. And then after we can write here title again. Okay, and yes, yeah. So next other things will be same, and here next one is this question statement. So let me just write here question statement. So we can write here question statement, and the rest thing will be same. And here we can write question and statement. Yeah, and what other forms we need to create? So others we have here options and a correct option. These five things we need to create extra. So what we can do is, so for templating purpose, what we need to write here, we will just mention into the heading part that these are the options which are going to start from here. So we will write here options. So like for templating it, this I'm going to use so that it will look much more better. And I hope you are aware of heading tags. So we have here H1, H2, and H3, three types of heading tag we have. So I have used H3 so that it will be a little bolder and better. And this heading will be a little small also, so that it will look much more better. Okay, now what else we want here? So all the options which we have here will be similar to that of this. So like that input type and those all things will be similar to this one only I want. So I will just copy paste these. Okay, and then after what else we will do? We'll just modify it. So instead of question statement, I want here options. So I will write here option, and then after I will write here that this is option 1. Then I will connect this with the route. So what we have written there in the name. So firstly let me check. So it is option 1, so I need to just write here option 1. Okay, so we'll write here option 1. So this is for the first one. So what are the things we have written here? So we have here label for text class, and then we mentioned this is the option 1. Then we have taken input type, that is a text, and then we have form control, and then id, and that will be text again, and then we have named as option 1. Okay, now similarly will create for the other options too. So for that, let me just copy this and paste it to the three times more. So I will write first, then second, and then third. And after that, we'll modify it. So this is for the option one. Then we have here option two, and we'll write here option two. Similarly, here option three. So we'll write here option three, and then we have here option 4. We'll write here option 4. Okay, then what next we are having? Next we are having the correct options. So how can we write the correct options here? So for correct options, you need to just have a drop down box. So I'm just going to made here a similar of drop down box. So how can we implement for the correct option? So we'll have the for the correct option we'll be having the labeling same. So label will be same, only the options that input type we want it to be a drop down box, so that we will change here. So that will firstly let me just cover it into the div. So I need to just start a div here, and after this I will paste it. So let me just remove it, and then after here we need to start one div. So we'll start one div, and then under this we'll give the label, and the label is for the text. You can write, let it be a more modified, so that we can write here correct option. Label for correct option, class will be same, and then after here instead of option 4 you can write the correct option. So you can write here correct option, and then after you can just create one drop down box. So for that, what you can write here, you can just write select, and then after you need to define one class. So if you will see here, all the input boxes have a class form control, and since we want a this one is I want it to be a drop down box kind of that. So we'll have a class here form select. So we'll write here form select, and if you wish then you can take it from the bootstrap also. I'm going to make it very simple, so that's why I'm just using my own method. So I'm writing here form select, and then after we'll give here id, and that's so equals to the correct option only. So we'll write here correct option, and then next we have here name. So we'll write here name, so that name will be equals to the correct option only what we have defined into the database. And then we can just write, just like close it, and we can come into the select box. And also we can write here required, because correct option is required. Say like if admin will not define correct option, then how can we the user will select the correct option. So that's why I write here this correct option is required. And then after, what else is there? So now we have to give the option value, so we can use the option, and then after value is equals to the option one only, which we have defined in the route, in this route section. So we have defined the option one, and then after we can close it, and we can mention it that this is the option one. So we can write here option one, and similarly we can do for the other options also. So you can just copy it and paste it multiple times, I mean 4 times. So you can just write it for the 4 times. And now let's change it. So we'll just write here 2, similarly here 3, similarly here 4, and then after here we need to write 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so these are the options we need to write here. So now we are done with the add question part. Now we can just go to the admin.html, and we need to just implement this question part here, so that we can see that what are all questions are there. So here we have implemented so that we can see the cards, course cards. Now we want to implement that for a particular course. I want to see that what are the questions are there. So for that, what we can do is, let me take some space, And then after I can come here and I can just write here diff and class is equals to card. So as you can see that this is a card section. So under this after this card body, again we'll create one more card in which what we will define all the questions which are there. So we'll define this card here, and under this card what we will write, we'll write one statement name as, so we'll define one statement, and that statement is if the course is having the questions that one we need to do, so we'll have a if course dot question. So like if course dot questions are there, then what we have to do, so we need to create one table like structure in which we define few things like a question id, question title, and what are the actions for a particular question we can do. Okay, so these all things we need to define. So if you don't aware of these all things, so you can go to the browser and search for the bootstrap. And in the bootstrap, if you will go here and then after you can search for the tables, and it will show you that how can you make the table. But I will make my own, so I am going to show you that tables you can search here, and you will get a structure of a table and how you can define the table. So firstly you need to write here table, and you can write class is equals to table also, so it will create this a table like a structure. And then after what happened, it will have a table head, and then after table head is having a table row, and under this table row you can define the table head, and then define what are the tables are there, what is the name of the particular tables we have. And then after you will create a table body, and under this body you can create what the again the table row, and then after all the datas you can just give here. Okay, so that is how you can make it. So let me make my one, that will be quite simple. So what I will do is I will just write here table, and then after under this will be having one row named as table row, and under this table row will be having table heading, and the table heading will be question id, so you can write here question, and then after we are having id. Similarly second table head we have, and that we have here in that table head we have here question title, so you can write here question, and then after title. Similarly the next one is we have about the actions, so you can write here table head, and then after define the actions, so you can write here actions. And then after this table row will be completed, and we'll create another table row. Before that what we need here is we need to give one statement that okay, so these are the things shown here if course is having any question. Okay, then what we need to do, we need to go for each questions and we need to show all those questions here. So for that what we will write here, we'll write here for question, for question in course dot questions. So for question in course dot questions, and what happened, so if there is so what are the questions are there, we will just create a loop here, for loop we are going to create, and whatever the question is there, that all questions will be shown here. So what is the way we need to write here, so we'll create one table row, and then after we'll create the table data, and we'll render here the question id, so you need to write here question dot id, you will write here. Then we will create another table data, and we'll write here again question dot title, so we'll write here question dot title. And the next data is about the editing part for this question, so like edit and delete, these are the actions we can do for the question, so that also we need to define. So what we will write here, we'll define the ahref here, So ahref for editing a question and deleting a question. So we'll write here ahref is equals to, for now it will be hashed because we haven't created the route for editing and deleting a question. So we'll write here hashtag, and then after what we will write here, we'll define the class will be button only. So we'll write here button, and you can create primary success. A lot of buttons are there, you can create anyone. So let me create info, so that will be like different color soft buttons will be there, so that will be okay, and also it looks better. Okay, and then after, what else we can write here, we can just close it and we can write here edit. Okay, so edit question you can write here, and similarly you can create the route for the delete also. So let me just copy it and I will paste it here. So I will paste it here, and instead of edit, we will write here delete. Okay, delete question. Okay, so this we are going to write here, and now we are complete with our table. So this is how the table will look like. So it will contains first row, which is having the questions into it. So these are the questions, and then we come into the loop, and then we define what are the data is there for a particular table. So these are the datas which are there for a particular tables. Now what else we need to do, we need to just end this for loop. So we will mention here, after this table row, we need to mention in here end for. So we'll write here end for, and similarly we'll write here end if also. So we'll write here end if, and now our loop will be ended here, and this is about the question card. So this is how we can write here, and then after, let me just remove this spaces from here. So this comes from here, so let me just remove it, and we are left with edit button for this course one, and delete button for the course one. So let me yeah, so what else we need to give. So this is about the question part, and we have defined the actions and all. Now after this, we will create one more button, which is for adding a question. So we'll write here ahref is equals to slash, and we'll give the add question route here. So we'll go to the route section, and here we have add question route, so that we can just give here in the admin.html. So we'll have a slash add question, and then course id, and then email. Right, so let me just write it here. So here we have add question, and then after we have here course id. So we'll write here course id, and then what else we have, we have here email. So we'll write here email, and then after we'll define the button. So let's, the button will be in a info format here also. So we'll write here button, and then we can write here info, and then after we can close it, and we can write here plus add question. This is how we can write here. Okay, so now it will be shown, three buttons will be there, and here we have edit to question and delete. So delete question, let it make danger, and this let it be info only. So now let's start the server and see if it is working fine or not. So if I start my server and see is it working fine or not. So my server is started, and will follow the link, and we can go here now, and the link is followed, so you can see here. And now let's see is it working fine or not. So if I click on the login, and I will go to the admin credentials. So we'll write here admin@gmail.com, and the password for the same. And when we click on the submit, so we can see we do not have any courses because we have deleted the course and all. So let me just click on submit, and we can see now what are the question, what are the course is there. And we got three buttons here. So one is the add question, edit button, and let me write here edit course and then delete course, so that it will look much more better. So I can write here edit course, and similarly here we can write delete course. So we'll write here delete course, so that it will look much more better. And if I go here and now we will refresh it, so we can see these three: edit, add button, add question, and edit course and delete course. So let me just firstly add question, click on add question. So it just same that we do not found the URL, and what is telling this. So let me just go and check it. So when we come here, so here we have defined this URL add question, and yes, so we have here slash add question. Okay, so this is the problem actually. It is coming course slash id we have defined, so that's why it creates a problem. So I will write here course dot id, and then let's check is it working fine or not. So if I go here and refresh it, so let me just refresh it, and then when I click on this add question, then it works very fine. So I can now add the question here. So let me just write here question ID 1 and give the title. So this is a course ID 2. Let me just go back and see. Okay, this is a stats 1 course. So we'll give the question in this by checking the course only. So we have here mean, and then this question arises that let me just write here. The question is what is mean, and then we can give here the option that sum of all the observations here. Then we can give here multiple of all the observations. We can give here in the next one sum of all the observation divided by total number of observation. And here you can give here subtract, no, not yeah, subtraction of observation you can give here. And then after what else you do here, you need to just select the correct option. The admin will select the correct option. So we'll be having option 3 as a correct option. So we'll just click on option 3, and when I click on the submit, then you can see this will be one card. There will be written in that first card we have here stats 1 and these three buttons. Then after one more card is also there. So if I just zoom it a little bit and show you, so you can see now that another card is there, and then after this card is having a question ID, title, and actions. So it will show that the question ID is 1 and the title is mean. Then it will show two buttons name as edit question and delete question. So this is what we have right now. Okay, so if you want, you can just add more questions. So let me just add the second question and give the title as mode. And then after we can write here what is mode. And then we can write here the mode is the highest frequency. Others, let it be multiple of all the observations, sum of all, and these all things. And then we need to select the correct option. So that is option 1 only. And then we need to click on the submit, and we can see here now two questions are shown here. So the first one is about the mean, and the second one is about the mode. So this you can see now. We can see here that add question is working fine. So now let's go back and just implement edit question also. So let me just go to the route section and quickly implement the edit question also. So after this route we will write here at the rate app dot route, and then after we'll define here. So we'll write here edit, and then we'll write here question. So we'll write here edit question, and then after we'll take the id. So that will be your question id only. Then we'll take id, and then after what else we will take, we'll take email. And then after we will define the methods. So methods will be get and post only. So we'll write here get, and similarly we'll write here posts. We'll write here post also. And then after we'll define edit course function, and in this I will just give The two parameters we have, the one is the ID and the second one is the email. And then after, what else we will do, we'll just go for the so firstly, for editing this question, what else thing we require is we need to have all the questions, or that particular question there, here in the route section, so that we can edit that question, right? So let me just write here, by mistake I have written edit course. It is edit question, so let me write here edit question. So for editing the particular question, we require here, here we need to write that function which gives the particular question from the database. So we need to just define a function, the similar of this we have created in the question, in the course table. So in the course also we have defined one function name as get course, and this also gives the particular course which we want. So if we will provide the id into it, then it will render that particular course from here. So similarly we'll do for the question also. So what I will do is, I will define one function name as get question. So we will have one function name as get question, and that will take the ID. And what it will do, it will just have one variable name as questions. So it will have one variable name as questions. We'll go to the question table. So we'll write question dot query dot filter by, and then we'll filter this particular on the basis of id. So we'll write id is equals to id, and whatever will the first match, that will be shown here. Okay, and then what we need to do, we'll just return the, sorry, what we will do, we'll just return the questions. We'll write here return questions. Okay, so now this will work. So now what we will do, now we'll come to the edit question again, and we will define variable name as question, and that will be equals to the this function name, that is get question only. So we'll write here get question, and will give the particular id which we are taking in the parameter. That particular id we will provide here, and then after, what we will do, will the define the route, what will define the methods which we have here. So the first one is the get and the second one is the post. So we'll define the methods here. And also, okay, I have defined here in the method section, I have just write here list, but by default, by just become by mistake it becomes the dictionary, so that's create a problem. So yeah, now I correct it, and then after, what we will do, we'll just define this edit question by the two methods. So first one is the post and the second one is the get. So let me firstly define the post method. So we'll write here if request dot method is equals to post. Then what we have to do, we have to go for each things we have here. So like firstly the title, and we will take those all things from the user. So we'll ask the user to give those all things. So what I can do is, I can just copy it from here and paste it. So let me just copy it, this all correct option and all. So we'll copy it and paste it here. So let me just come here and paste it. So we'll get title, question statement, option 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one will be the correct option. So we'll write here correct option. Okay, and that all things we request the user to give these all things. And then what we will do, we'll go to the particular question database. So we'll write here question dot title, and we will change that all with the things we have, the user have given. So the things that user will give, we will change all the database part with the things that the user have given. So we'll write here title, then we will write here question dot question statement. So you will write here question dot question statement, and that so equals to the question statement. So we'll write here question statement. Similarly, we'll have here question dot option 1. So we'll write here option 1, and that's so equals to the option 1. So we'll write here option 1. Similarly, we'll have here again question dot option 2, and that will be equals to the option 2. So we'll write here option 2. Similarly, again we have a question, then we have a option 3, that will be equals to the option 3. Then we have a question dot option 4. So we'll write here option 4, that's so equals to the option 4. And last one, that is your correct option. So that's so we just need to write here question dot correct option. So we'll write here correct option, that's so equals to the correct option. So we'll write here correct option. Okay, now what else we need to do? We need to commit these all to the database. So we'll write here db.session.commit, and that all things will be committed. And now what next thing you need to do? You will need to just redirect yourself to the admin URL. So admin dashboard. So you will just write here return redirect URL for, and then you need to give here admin, and then you need to just write here email is equals to email. And what else you need to write here? You need to just, okay, so this is all about the post method. Now you will define your get method. So get method is very simple, that is just returning the and rendering the template for edit question, sorry. So we'll write here edit question.html, which we haven't created yet, we are going to create it now. So we'll write here edit question.html, and then after what we will do, we'll just give the email here. So we'll write here email is equals to email, and then after we'll write here question. Yeah, we need to write here question is equals to, so we'll write here question is equals to what question is there. Okay, so that is how you need to define it. And then after what you will gonna to do, you just go to the template section, and you will create one template name as edit question. So you will write here edit question dot html. Okay, and then after what you will go to do, you are just going for the add question template, and you can just copy this whole thing from here, and we can make few things changed. So we'll change few things here. So what are the things we need to change? So we'll just firstly change the route. So here instead of add, we need here edit, and other things will be same. So it will be having a course ID, that is okay. Then we have here email, and that is okay. Then method, that is post. Then we have here add question, we need to write here edit question. So we'll write here edit question. Okay, so now in this edit question, now we can just have only few things change. So like here we do not require this course ID, because this is editing the chap for a particular question. So you can avoid having this course ID here. So you can just avoid it. If you want, then you can keep it also. That is not a problem. But I will just avoid it. Okay, then what next we are having here? We are having a question ID. So question ID we are not going to change, and I'm not giving an option for changing the question ID. So what the things we can change is, we can change for the question title. So we are going to change the question title, so that will be same. And what else thing we need to write here? So we need to give the value, so that we can see that what is the value earlier for this question title, and we can change it on the basis of that. So we can write here question dot title. So what it will do, it will just give you the database title which is already there in the database for a particular ID. What the title was there, that will be rendered here, and you can check it, see it and check it on your own basis. Then what else thing is there? We have here question statement. So we are given an option for changing the question statement also. So what else thing we need to write here is, we need to just this copy paste this value part only. Value part we are going to add here. So we'll write here value is equals to question. Instead of title, we are writing here question statement. And yeah, and similarly we'll do for the options also. So we'll just give the value of the options here. So let me just paste this here, and instead of here, let me write here option 1. And now let me copy this, and I will paste it these all to the other options. So I will paste it here, and after this also I will paste it here. And then after, instead of 1, we need to write here 2, here 3, and here 4. Okay, so these things we need to write. And now there will be other things also that we need to change. So for the select value of this correct option, here also you can give the value. So you can write here value in the value question dot option. So we can write here correct options. So let me just remove this one and add here correct. So we'll write here correct option. And yeah, and else part will be same, name and form select, and those all things will be same. And other things are this option value is just a option part, so like option 1 2 3 4. So that is okay. And that is the edit part we have here. Now let's give this edit part url to the admin.html. So let me just go to the admin.html and give this url for edit question. So let me just write here slash edit question, and then we write here again slash, and under this you need to give here question dot id, and rest will be email. So you need to just give here email. So you will write here email. Similarly, yeah, so till now we have just gone through the edit question only, so we'll give the route for edit question only. Now let's start the server and see if it's working fine or not. So if I just start the server and go for it, so the server is starting, and it gives me some error. Here in the edit question, there is some mal formed URL rule. Okay, email I haven't closed it, so that is the issue. So let me go to the routes, and when we go here, so here you can see that email comes here like this. So that's why it is creating the problem. I need to just close this email also, this tag. So that's why this issue is coming. Now if I start the server again, and let's check is it working fine or not. So when I start the server, my server is started and it gives me the link. Let me just refresh it. So if I refresh this admin dashboard, so now you can see that this edit question, this button is there. Let me just click on it. So if I go to the edit question button, so it will come with edit question, and we have here title is equals to me. Let me just make it mode. So let me write here mode, and then here also we'll write here what is mode. And then we can just change this from sum of all the observation to the highest frequency. So we can write here highest frequency, and then after we can submit it. And when we click on the submit, then it do not go anywhere. So let's check the this again, and let me go to the edit question. I have defined the proper submit button, and it should work. And so let me check, is there anything I have? Yes, actually, in the edit question, I have given the route course ID here. So that's why it is creating the issue. So in this edit question, I need to just make sure that it will go to the edit question. I mean, this route should be question.id, should have question.id, but I have given the course id, so that's why it's creating the problem. So I need to write here question.id, and when I come here again, and when I just go back and refresh it, and let me just make the changes again now. So we'll write here mode, and instead of mean again I will write here mode, and let other things will be same, and this should be changed to the mode now, mean one. So if I click on the submit, then you can see the both will become the mode. So that is working. So we are our edit question part is also working. Now let's go back here, and now let's create the route for the delete question also quickly. So I'll come here, and I will just create the route here again, name as @app.route, and we can just write here slash delete question, and we need to again give the id only here. So that id will be your this question id only, and then after we'll create a email, and we'll define the methods. So we'll write here methods, and that so equals to get and post. So we'll write here get and post, and then after we'll define the route. So we'll write here um, sorry function. So we'll write here delete question. So you need to have a delete question, which will take the two parameters, name as id and email. And then after what we will do, we'll create the variable name as dc, and what this variable is doing, it will take the particular id of question, that particular question of having the id which we are going to take in the parameters, and then after it will delete that particular id question. Yeah, so that what we will do, we'll use the function name as get question, and it will take the particular id which we have taken in the parameter. And then after what we will do, we'll just like the add, we have a delete also, delete function also. So db is also having a delete function, so we'll use that. So db dot session dot delete, and then after we use this variable and delete commit it. So we'll write here db dot session dot commit. Okay, so that we will do. And yes, and we are okay, so this we have done by mistake, so that will be committed. And now we'll be returned to the admin dashboard again. So we'll write here return redirect url for admin. So we'll write here admin, and then after what else you need to write, you need to give here email is equals to email. So let's check, is our delete button working fine or not? Okay, before that I need to just give this delete button route to the admin.html also. So let me just quickly give it. So what I will do, I will just copy it from here and paste it. And then after we'll make changes into it a little bit. So we'll just paste it, and instead of edit, I will write here delete. So what I will write here delete. Okay, and yeah, next other things will be same. So let me just check, is it working fine or not? So if I refresh it here again, so we can see two questions are there. Let me click on the delete question. So if I click on the delete question, so you can see one mode is deleted, and this is having the second mode which is having the id 2. So let me delete this one also. So if I click on the delete question, that also will got deleted. Let me add one more question here. So I will write here one, and then after we will use these all things here, and we'll create title as mean, and the other things will be same. And here will be have to choose the third option, because third option is correct. So that's why we'll choose third option, and we click on the submit, and you can see that new question is got added here. So now this is a CRUD operations for a questions for admin. So let me just go here and we can see these all things that admin can do. So these are the routes which are the CRUD operations for a question. So the first one is about the adding a question, the second one is about the editing a particular question, and the third one is about the deleting a particular question. Now we will implement these all things to the user.html, and we are going to just implement here such that the user can also see that what are the questions for a particular course has been implemented. So we can just go to the admin.html, and I will copy this whole part from here, so this question part from here, but we will avoid to give here actions tab. So we do not give here actions tab, and we do not give here the routes of the edit question and delete question, because that is the CRUD operation that an admin have to do. A user can only see the particular questions and all. So for watching this only, what we need to do, we need to just copy this whole div from here, and we'll paste the same from to the user.html. So we'll paste it here, and yeah, the things are already arranged, so we do not need arrangement. We only need to just remove this actions part from here. So we'll remove that part from here, and I will remove this data also for the action tab. So I will remove that data also from the action tab. So now let's go back to the browser, and we'll refresh it, and we'll be go back to the login page. So we'll be back to the login page and try to log in with the user credentials. So we'll give the user credentials and we'll submit it. And when we try to give it, then we are not able to submit it. Yeah, actually we have created a new database, so that's why I think it is not working. Let me open my database and see that is user present there or not. If user is not there, then we need to just register it. So we'll just go to the user, and here you can see that admin is there only because we have created a new database, so we do not have registered the user. So that's why this user is not there. We need to give here register the user here. So we'll just give the email address and password. Now similarly again we need to just give the, and now we need to log in the user. So we'll give the credentials of a user, and now you can see that a user course is coming here, and the user can see what particular questions are there for a particular course. And this user can see. Now what happens, we'll start will define the routes for a quiz start, and those all things we'll do these all things into the next session. So till that, thank you so much for having in the session, and we have done these all things for today's session. So we have done the CRUD operations for the question, and also we have implemented the admin.html such that he can just do all the CRUD operations for a question. And also we have implemented the user.html such that user can see all the questions which are there for a particular course. So that is all we have done here. Thank you so much for having in the session.